Hi everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna Stitches. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My channel is all about crochet and everything that I work on. And if you like the video, please think about liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I would really appreciate all of those things. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. So today is Thursday, specifically January 19th, and it is Things We're Making Thursday. And if you are new to this is a year-long collab that I am doing with several other channels. They will all be linked down below, but it is myself, obviously, Heather from Strings and Thread, Jess at J-Hook Magic, Darla from It's in the Bag Crochet with Darla, Erin at Crafting Kitty, Tiffany from CMM Designs, and Brandy from Bee's Crafty Corner, but I do believe Brandy is going to miss this month, but might be coming back to start with us next month. But this month we have been working on a Yarnspirations pattern. It's called the Heart Throb Blanket, and I already did insert a picture at the very beginning of my progress so far because it's getting a little big to show the full thing in frame, so I figured I'd insert that picture. But what we're doing every month is picking a free pattern, whether it be Yarnspirations or from somewhere else, as long as it's free, and then we're all working on it together. So this is the one we picked for January, which is kind of perfect to have it done in time for Valentine's Day next month. And yeah, so that's what things we're working on Thursday. No, things we're making Thursday is. One of these days I will get it right and not mess it up. I know what it is. It's just, I keep wanting to say things we're working on and not things we're making. So, yeah. So I'll show you the progress I had. I don't have any of my materials or my pattern or anything in here with me. I didn't even think about it before I hit record. I do have the blanket, but that's about it. Actually, I'm going to pause and go get it. Okay, I'm back. I know it was just like a second for you guys, but here is the finished project. So it is called the Heart Throb Blanket. It is a pattern by Marley Bird. I knew it was on there somewhere. And it is free on Yarnspirations, so I will have it linked down below. Our plan is to have it done by this month, but it's never too late to join in if you want to at least get it started. We are welcoming anybody who wants to join in with us, whether you have a channel or not. If you have a channel, just let us know and we'll start linking you in the description boxes too and mentioning you in the videos. If you don't have a channel, email any one of us pictures of your progress and we will post them along with our videos. So there is the blanket, and it is a free pattern, and it is a 1/4 corner. So there's my progress on it so far. I decided to set my cup on top of it the other day, and my cup was wet, so that's why it looks all splotchy, but I'm gonna throw it away when I'm done with it anyway. So I have started the decreasing, and I told everybody my method in last video, and I think we all kind of have our own different methods. Sorry, my nose keeps running. Different methods to how we're working on this, but what I'm doing is every row, once I finish it, I color it in, and then when I start the next row, I am kind of putting an outline around them because I was having a hard time keeping track of the diagonal line, and I didn't want to cross it out till I was done with the row. So I'm outlining them and putting the number of how many stitches are in that color block as I go along. So as you can see, like in the bottom corner here, there's 4 of this lighter pink, so I put 4. And then there's 7 white, I put 7. 3 of the darker pink, I put a 3. And I'm following it along that way. I'll show you the blanket in just a second, but you might have already seen, based on the picture, that there is a few mistakes in the bottom of the L. At this point, I am not going back to finish it. If you watched my video last week when I had first started the blanket, there was quite a few mistakes in my E, and when I show you it in a minute, you'll see I did go back and frog all that night, so last Thursday, after I made the video. I wasn't going to do it, and then I was sitting there working on another project, and I was like, I can't, I gotta fix it. So I grabbed it all, ripped it all out to where the mistake was and fixed it, and realized there was still a mistake. So I ripped it out again and fixed it, and there was still a mistake. So I ended up last week completely ripping out the E and going back to just that dark pink and redoing the whole thing. So the E is perfectly fine now. I think there's a few mistakes in the V, like up here somewhere, but they're not really noticeable. But the mistakes I have in my L, which I'll show you when I hold up the blanket, are pretty noticeable. But at this point, I'm not going back and fixing it. This project's been a little frustrating, I'm not going to lie. And I think a lot of us who are working on it can agree. We were kind of emailing each other the other day, and I think all of us had said, like, we were a little frustrated, and we've definitely all had to frog. I don't know if everybody responded, but I know at least 3 or 4 of us had said we've had to frog it, and it's been a little frustrating. My thing hasn't been really the pattern at all. It's just how much attention you have to pay to it, because if you mess up, it's very apparent. It's not like a normal blanket or any pattern where if you mess up, you can kind of fill it in so it doesn't look like it. Like, it's very apparent when you mess up in this. And my thing is, and I showed my husband the other day, like, because he knew I was getting frustrated, like that one, the night I ripped it all out and had to keep going back and going back. Like, he's like, put it down. And I'm like, no. And he's like, why are you messing up on it? I was like, I don't know, but I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. So the other night, I was like, you want to know why I'm messing up on it so much? And he's like, what? And I showed him, like, what I'm doing. I was like, how many blocks are right there? And in the example, I don't remember where it was, but he goes, 4. I was like, what number did I write down? He goes, 3. So I did 3 blocks because that's what I wrote down, and I didn't actually count them again, and it threw the whole row off by 1. So that's really been my thing, is I'm not double counting, I guess. Like, I'll do what I said, I outline it and put how many squares there, but I wasn't going back to double check them, and I was going by the number rather than what I was seeing. And at this point, again, I'm not going to go back and fix it. It's just been frustrating. It's been, I don't know what other word I can use besides frustrating. I'm really enjoying working on it. I have a lot of fun when I work on it. It's just all these little mistakes are so noticeable, and I just don't want to go back and fix it. So that's why it's frustrating. And it's my fault. It's no fault of the pattern or anything. It's just because I don't pay attention enough. But it's all definitely a learning experience. This is my first graph GAN in a corner to corner style. So it's kind of nice to be able to do it, because now I know for the future, like, if I want to do another one, it's going to be something I have to pay, like, full attention to. But other than that, I really, really do enjoy working on it. I've been having a lot of fun with it, other than the few tears that might have slipped out, which is a lie. I didn't actually cry. The first night, though, when I ripped it out like 3 times, I was so close to crying. But it's been a lot of fun to be able to do it, and I like watching the picture grow. I think I mentioned that in my first graph GAN I made, which was just single crochets, that I like watching the picture, come to life. So it's very similar with this one, but I have gotten to the point of decreasing, and I'm, over halfway there. So it's just decreasing from here on. So shouldn't be too long to finish it. I think I'll have no problem finishing it by next Thursday, because it is the last Thursday of the month. But I ran out of my light color that is for the letters. So based on the pattern, I couldn't think of what it was called for a second. It says you only need 1 skein of the white that the pattern calls for. I did mine in light pink. My yarn is only a few yards different from what the pattern calls for, so I don't know how I have that much left, and I have none of that color left. Everything else I'm completely fine on, like this light pink right here, I'm only like halfway through 1 skein, and it called for 3, so I don't even think I'll use them all. The darker pink, I have plenty to finish, those little parts that are right there. This called for 1 skein, that little heart's not going to take up a whole skein. So I'm a little confused with that and why I ran out of that much. At least I kind of thought maybe I would, because I did personally go with double crochets instead of half doubles, but I did go down a hook size, so it should have been pretty similar. And I did think maybe I would run out of yarn, but not that much. Like that's a good bit of yarn left still in those letters. So mine's going to be on hold till Saturday because I have to go to Hobby Lobby to get it, because I did use all I Love This yarn, and my local Hobby Lobby is an hour away, so I can't go any other night or any other day but Saturday, because I don't get out of work till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have to go into the city to get it. I don't really want to do that at, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it will have to be Saturday, but I wake up pretty early, and I might just, you know, head out by myself. So I might even get there right at 9 when they open and be able to get back pretty early and still work on quite a bit of it. But here it is. And again, I have that picture in the beginning because it is quite large at this point. But it's been a lot of fun to work on, and it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it'd be. I didn't really pay attention to the measurements. It does say it in the pattern, but it says it's like a crib blanket. This is big for a baby. But you can see, like, right there, there's a mistake. That one doesn't really stick out that much, but what sticks out to me is, like, this square should have been the light pink, this square should have been light pink, this should have been the hot pink, this should have been the hot pink. But other than that, like, I don't think any of the mistakes that are in the V, except for maybe that right there, is noticeable. But, like, that doesn't bother me as much as the bottom of the L. And, like, this mistake in the bottom of the O, not really a big deal. But you can see I did go back and completely fix my E. So my E looks great now. So there it is. And I wanted to show you guys my awesome stitch marker I have for it. So I have this little December birthstone angel stitch marker that I got from Tiffany at CMM Designs Etsy shop. So she just opened her Etsy shop a few weeks ago, I think, and I placed an order to get a stitch marker, and I love it, and I keep meaning to show it. So this is the first time I remembered to, because I keep passing it along between different projects because I just love it so much. But that's from Tiffany, so definitely go check out her channel if you haven't already, and definitely go check out her Etsy shop because it's brand new, and any little bit of support can definitely help her. So there it is. And like I said, it's going to be on hold till Saturday when I can get out to Hobby Lobby to get more of the light pink. Still a little bit confused as to why I ran out of yarn, and my ends are a mess with this blanket. I'm going to have to fix that after the video because it's all tangled in the wheel of my chair now, but I haven't been, like, controlling them, I guess. You know, a lot of people when they do graph gans will use, like, bobby pins or clothes clips. Jess at J-Hook Magic has these really cool, like, laundry clips, I think, or something that she found at Walmart that she uses so that all the ends when you're changing colors don't get in the way. I've just been letting mine hang and tangle together, and then I have to untangle them, and that leads to my frustration too. But again, it's all my own fault. So it's very soft too. I'm really glad I went with this yarn, as much as I was frustrated with how long it took to get to me and that I was kind of a week behind everybody because of that. I'm really glad I went with I Love This yarn because it's not a yarn I typically work with a lot, but it's so super soft. I feel like they've changed it recently because I have used it before and I've never really been too wowed by it. I mean, it was like, okay, what's the difference between this and Big Twist or this and Mainstay? But now it's, like, to me, noticeably softer. So I'm excited for it to be done. I was contemplating maybe giving it to someone when I was done with it. My best friend, because pink's her favorite color, or I do have a lot of coworkers who are pregnant, but most of them are having boys, but one of them doesn't know what she's having yet, so I was like, oh, maybe I can hold off until she finds out, and if she's having a girl, I can give it to her. I think I might keep it, though. I like it. So that is all I have for you guys for today's video. Definitely come back next Thursday to see the completed project because I do plan on getting it done by next Thursday. Oh, and to mention, I don't know if I'm going to put the border on it. The pattern does call for, I don't know if you can really see it from the picture, but it kind of looks like a shell type border. Yeah, you can't really see it too much. But it does look like a shell border based on the picture and kind of reading the pattern. I don't know if I'm going to border it. We'll see. If I can get a good bit of it done and completed over the weekend. Because honestly, if I get back early enough on Saturday and I work on it Saturday and Sunday, I should be able to finish it. And then that gives me Monday through Wednesday to put the border on. But I don't know. I don't mind it without a border. So I'm still debating on that one. So we'll see. But come back next week to see the finished project. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys. So I hope everybody is having a great day. Let me know down in the comments what you've been up to and how your week has been going so far. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.